Hi everyone, happy Monday, the 20th of May. I hope that you are all well. So coming in with your channeled energies of the week, from today, the 20th of May until Sunday, the 26th of May. I don't know about you, but I have found the energies to be rather weird. So I feel like I get clarity one minute and then I it seems like it gets taken away the next. I was hoping May was going to be a little bit easier than April in terms of that, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. Um, I think what's happening is what many of us are being up leveled, if you like. There's been a lot of a light. There's been a lot of light. There's all those solar flares. We had um the northern lights, all that sort of thing. So there's a lot more light coming into the planet. We had all the eclipses in April, and I think what's been happening is our spiritual selves, if you like, have been upgraded, or we're more aware of them, and we're making different choices, even if they're just tiny choices. We're making different choices, and therefore our physical reality needs to catch up. And I don't think mine has caught up yet. And maybe that's the same for you. So we can go through upgrades energetically or spiritually, whichever way you want higher spiritually or energetically. Either term is fine. And we can do that, and we don't always know that's what's happening, but that'll be when things seem to be chaotic, when things don't feel right, but we're not sure why, that sort of thing. Or things happen and we're not sure why they've happened, or don't happen, we're not sure why. And that's usually when we're being realigned onto maybe our next timeline or onto our next path, going forward. But of course, that's happening at that level, the energetic level. But mentally and physically, we still need to catch up. So I think there's been a lot of that going on. Also, think we're not meant to know everything, as usual. So it's been a bit confusing, I feel, anyway. So I don't know if that's how you've been feeling. So we had a really nice alignment at the weekend, which was meant to bring breakthroughs and a bit more clarity. And it was Sagittarius meant to be the luckiest day of the year. So maybe there has been a shift, and hopefully things will start to become clearer. And having tuned into my guides already this morning, they're saying we just have to trust and things will work out. Probably better than we expect. And it feels like June, things we'll start to see why we've been in, or maybe you feel like you've been in a bit of a holding pattern. We'll start to see why. Anyway, I'll bring in my guides in a second. But just to remind you that I have my third evening with Olwyn on Wednesday, the 22nd. There's still a few places left if you want to join me. It's an Akashic record journey into your Akashic records, where we remove anything that you no longer need in your Akashic records, and install success anchors so that you can start the second half of the year in a more positive manner. So, as I said, there's still time. It's £33. It's on Zoom at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. If you can't come live, there's a replay, which is just as powerful. And obviously, if you booked but can't come live, I'll hold you in those energies. So when you listen to the replay, you'll still be doing the same things as we do on the night. Okay. Right. So let's go in and see what else comes through. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes, so we feel everything is fine up here. Well, we're not really up here, but you know what we mean. Energetically, everything is as it should be. Um, we can see some of you are struggling as if you just haven't got a clue really what's going on. Things have gone quiet for some business-wise. If you're in business, maybe things have gone quiet in other aspects of your life as well, and you're wondering why. So a lot of it is to do with this sort of realignment that you're being put on a slightly different path, or maybe, yes, a different path. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go where you want to go or where you wanted to go. It just means you might be taking a different way, that different way there, if that makes sense. So that has meant that you've needed time, whether you realize it or not, because a lot of you have been feeling tired, out of sorts, maybe more aches and pains than normal, that sort of thing. You know, you've needed this time to really take a breath, to rest, to get off the treadmill, to just be, right? So that's meant you've probably done a lot more inner work than you normally do because maybe you haven't had as much to do otherwise. Or maybe you've just been wondering what's going on and you've been tuning in more, which is all good, right? So some of you as well, you're getting new guides coming in to help you on this next stage of your life. So it may well be you feel like even your guides have gone quiet on you. They haven't really, they're just maybe switching around, which they can do sometimes. So don't be worried about that, okay? But you know, the main thing is to tune into your intuition, you know, and how you're feeling, and also, you know, what your body is telling you. But this week does bring a few more breakthroughs and insights, which you'll be pleased about. Um, you know, this whole sort of awakening period is about showing you all a different way of doing life or being in life, you know, trusting, seeing the bigger picture, you know, not getting so caught up in the micro decisions that you make every day, every second, some of you, because you have such active minds, and really dropping into your heart. And we know this can be difficult because, you know, you're used to being busy or you're used to having more clarity or an idea of what you're meant to be doing. This will come, it is coming this week. We're seeing some of you being really worried about what's going on. Maybe things are keeping you awake at night. Like if your business hasn't been doing as well lately and you're not bringing in as much money, maybe that's been worrying you. Or maybe something's not quite right in your personal life, but you can't really get to the nub of it. You can't really totally understand. Or maybe your health. Just know that you're going to get more clarity on these things this week because it's a really good week to manifest what you want and what you desire, but you have to get really clear on this. Now, we feel that some of you, having said trust and know there's a bigger picture, which there is, of course, you know, you do need to get clear on what you want in your life. You know, if you're not clear and you're just talking about, even if it's just in your head, you're just talking about what you don't want. Actually, your guides in the universe are not really picking up on the don't part. So you need to be really careful that you're not manifesting more of the negativity. Some of you are having incredibly negative thoughts. We just invite you to really look at the light in every situation you're worried about. There's always something to be grateful for, we believe. So try and flip that if you're having those negative thoughts or if you're finding yourself in that situation, because as the week goes on, there is a lot more positivity coming in anyway. There's a full moon on Thursday, we believe, the 23rd. It's in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is a very positive sign anyway. So you should start to feel that. And it likes to have adventures. It likes change. It likes to be moving. It likes, it's a fire sign, of course. You know, it likes to travel. So do anything. Well, anything that broadens the mind, really, travel, study, reading, that sort of thing. We're not saying that you have to do all of those things, but we are saying you could tune into this energy and try and see the bigger picture of your life, because some of you have been stuck on, the minutiae, the detail that's not that important. And sometimes when you do that, you then end up procrastinating about everything else. So if you can step back a little bit from your own life and tune into this amazing energy of adventure and trying new things and going with the flow, then we believe you're going to start to see breakthroughs by the end of this week and, next week leading into June. You're now in Gemini season as well, or you're coming into Gemini season as far as the sun is concerned, and that's also adventurous and positive. So it's a good time. You're coming into a really good time. So the other thing, as Owen was saying, is about trust. There are going to be different outcomes for some of you, but that's all right, because the outcomes are for your benefit. They are better than you could have imagined. All right. So we're not saying give up, we're saying trust, we're saying surrender, but we're not saying like just don't do anything. We're not saying have a lie down, or that you can if you're really tired. But that does, what maybe this week experiment with how you might be doing things differently. Really feel into what it is you desire, what you really, really want. Because this is a week to really set everything in motion for that. Some of you dream too small, dream bigger if you can, because why not, right? Why not? You deserve the big dream coming true. All right, so on the whole, it is a positive week. You may still have a little bit of this confusing energy that Olin was saying she feels has been around, where you get clarity, then you don't. But just bear with it, journal on it. How can you simplify things as well? How can you simplify things in your business and in your life? Because that will certainly make things easier. All right, so we wish you a wonderful week and we'll be back soon. Okay, so I hope that made some sort of sense. So we've it feels like there will be breakthroughs this week for some of us. Trying to keep those negative thoughts in check, and seeing maybe where where you can add light to the situation. It could well be that having to review where you are, and maybe you now need to take a slightly different way of getting there. And I feel that's what we're being shown, that we don't just have to keep to this one way of getting to where we want to be. Right, so Monday is a bank holiday in the UK. I'm not sure yet if I'm channeling, but I will let you know on the day. There's also a post on my page where I've invited you to choose a picture if you would like a channeled message based on that picture, a bit like choosing a card. And I will be back either later today or tomorrow with the channelings around that. And don't forget, Wednesday, if you wish to join us on an Akashic journey, they tend to be very powerful. And that will also help you, because we'll do a journey into your Akashic records and you'll be able to see, like, I'm not expecting you to know before the event what you need to clear out of your Akashic records, but you'll know as you tune into your Akashic records on the night. Okay, so that's it from me for now. And I may well be back on Monday, but I will let you know either way. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.